Hi, this is Christine. It is Monday, December 21st, 2015. It's in the evening. I wanted to share something with you. I went to see the new Star Wars movie today, The Force Awakens. It was good. They had a younger generation in it, with the original cast members making appearances also. There are a few things that spoke to me in the movie. The first thing I noticed was about the First Order. To me, that is like how this planet has been ruled for centuries, by order and darkness, control, servitude, worship, sacrifice, and killing if you were found not to be allegiant to the order. And it has also reminded me a lot of Hitler, especially when the stormtroopers Heil Hitler raised their hands to that red-headed general guy in the movie. That just looked so much like Nazi Germany to me, and this is how the world has been run and operated for years and generations and centuries. It might not be that extreme, and it shows itself. The control aspect of it shows itself in different forms and ways depending upon the country, but it is still the First Order, which is from the movie, the Dark Force group of people. They were called the First Order, but it is still the First Order of control, dictation, and domination. The Resistance, because the group who in the movie was fighting against the First Order, it was called the Resistance. The Resistance, then, is the divine and the true creator and creation itself. It is love and light. Hence, it is resisting the darkness of control and suffocation. Of course, the First Order wants to destroy the Resistance so it can rule the universe or galaxy and have it for itself, which again is how power madness on this planet has played out. But it is also interesting that their power for the destructive weapon was the sun, because the First Order wanted to destroy the Resistance by a piece of machinery that got its source of power from the sun, S-U-N. So in essence, darkness was using light for destruction. It goes to show that everyone has the force in them and around them. It is just up to a person to choose if they want to use that force power for good or for evil. Darkness needed light, the light of the sun, in order to warp into a weapon of destruction, which is, this movie, it was getting, it was darkness because it wanted to destroy, but it was taking the light of the sun in order to power its weapon of destruction that it was going to use against the Resistance people. Do you see how warped and twisted power can become when it goes dark? It wants to take love and light and use it against people instead of for them, which is really what it is there for, to be used for people. Love and light is there for the people to warm them, sunshine, and make them feel good about themselves, which is light and love, and to show them the way to go when it is dark outside. It shows you the extremes darkness can go and will go to when truly warped. Near the end of the movie, when the younger Darth Vader guy is fighting the girl, because they were fighting with the lightsabers, the planet, this is the First Order planet, the darkness planet, starts falling apart, and a huge earthquake or gap is created between them, between the guy and the girl. That to me was the abyss that separates heaven from hell and light from dark, and you can't go from one side to the other. The chasm is too big, so you stay on your respective side, whatever side you end up on. It kept him away from her on his side of hell, so to speak, and let her get away to her ship, which was the Maltese Falcon, and be able to escape, which is the heaven side. And she ended up getting off of the planet through that ship. It is interesting that Darth, as in Darth Vader, is a combination of the words dark, earth. The other thing that spoke to me in this movie is when the First Order planet began to disintegrate. It started to implode upon itself and then became this huge ball of light itself, because of all the explosions going on in it. It was like dynamite had gone off. Well, what came to me is that this is what happens when darkness implodes upon itself. It ends up becoming a big ball of light, in essence another sun, S-U-N, and the sun is what gives off, again, light and love. So the darkness in you has to be destroyed first, or implode, and then out of that destruction you become a ball of light that can now be used for heat and warmth, love and light for all of those around you. Light comes out of the implosion of darkness, and the First Order, which is how this planet has been running for centuries, has to implode in order to become a new planet of love and light. It happens to each of us this way as well, spiritually. That is what I got out of this scene. Overall, it was a good movie. I don't see how the Force can awaken, though, especially if it is supposed to be in us and around us at all times. But the Force, I believe, is creation and the divine and the true Creator God, and he or she or it has been coming out of bondage and prison that the First Order of Darkness has had it under, and in that respect, yes, the Force is awakening, not just in the movie, but on this planet and in people's lives in general. May the Force be with you all, wink wink, and use it for good and light, and don't twist it, its light or power, for darkness and control. If you do, your darkness will only end up imploding on you, and eventually you will just become that big ball of light or of dynamite that your internal explosion will become, and then you will end up becoming your own star then in your solar system, so to speak, shining your light brightly. So either shine naturally the way you were originally born, shine your star, shine it, as a bright sun in the sky, as the star that you were originally born, or go dark, and in that case you will have to implode or destroy and then become a shining star, bright again. But you have to become that star by way of self-destruction in order to become, quote-unquote, reborn again. The choice is up to you, which way you want to become that star. Either remain it originally in love and light as you were born, or become it through rebirth after having become warped and twisted, and the light inside of you going to darkness, only to have it explode or implode in you in order for you to get your fire and your light back. Again, this is what I got from this movie. So thank you guys for letting me share, and I hope you have a good night. I'll talk to you in the next video, whenever that is. Bye-bye.